Good afternoon, everyone. This is Black Spock. I'm usually on chess.com or elitechess.org. But right now, I'm showing you a game from long ago, from 2014. It was a 10-minute game, and I'm a chess enthusiast, so I'm going to go over the game and include all the chess principles and guidelines. Chess is like a composition. You want to know the ending, and kind of the most popular ending is you want to end up with a queen and a knight and a king to my opponent's lone king, or a rook and my king to my opponent's lone king. Those are the two most likely endings that I'd like. So with that in mind, there are more endings that we can get to, but that'll be in another video. But right now, let's focus on what my opponent did. My opponent played d4, and this is back in the beginning. All I cared about was, I didn't know any defenses, except that I wanted to develop my king side pieces, the knight and the bishop, and castle quickly on the king side. That was my plan. So here we go. I responded with d5 because it prevents the d4 pawn from advancing into my territory. He's next. He developed his piece. And from then on, I played g6 with the intention of putting the bishop on g7 and developing my knight on f6. He continued with his own plan. He also developed his piece. He developed the knight to c3, and he attacked my d5 pawn, even though it's protected by the queen. But his plan, he chose development, so that's what we're doing here. And I played bishop to g7. Again, concerned with castling quickly and so forth. He came out with another aggressive move. Now, at the time that I was playing this, back in 2014, it was like 10 years ago, I didn't really pay attention to my opponent's plan. I was just concentrating on what I wanted to do. So I didn't notice that he had a plan where he was going to go knight to b5 and attack this weak c7 pawn. And I ignored that plan to my peril. I could have played... What should I have played instead of knight c6? I could have played knight to a6 just to show him that, I'm going to block that plan. But I didn't. I continued with knight to f6. And just make sure, following. This is a long time ago. Knight to f6, right. And he didn't show his plan right away because he played h4. And I was like, this is the Harry attack. And I attribute it to Grandmaster Simon Williams, better known as Ginger GM, or GM Ginger, whichever he prefers. Again, I disregarded that plan. I didn't really know what to do about that h4. So I castled. I'm going to look... bear with me one moment. And then he went with finally he got to his plan. Knight b5, attacking this c7 pawn. Here's the bishop. Here's the knight. Two players attacking that lone pawn. What I still could do something about it. I still could have played knight a6. At least I'd have an extra defender. The queen is defending this pawn, but now the knight would also be defending the c7 pawn. But I didn't do that. I ignored the plan. Well, not that I ignored it. I didn't see that I could do that at the time. Instead, I played... what did I play? Sorry, I'm going to look at the computer here because I don't remember what I played. Oh, I tried to temporarily block his bishop. That was an okay move. I mean, but it didn't really address the situation. He simply took back with his bishop, and he's up a pawn. And again, I could have played knight to a6, but I didn't know at the time that I could do that. So here we are. I played knight to g4. I thought I could attack the bishop. I was opening up this bishop, and I had two attackers on the bishop. Bishop is protected by the pawn, so still, I didn't address the issue of this kind of weak c7 pawn. So he went ahead and took, as well he should. Let me just. I'm also kind of coordinating with the computer on the board because I don't have the list of moves. Did I forget a move? I think I forgot a move. Oh, well, he didn't take the. Okay, that's a little bit harder than I thought. He didn't take the rook at first. He moved back his bishop back to f4, and then there was nothing I could do with my rook. I was gonna lose it anyway. So I played knight a6, but at this point it was too late to save the rook, and he took it, and rightly so. Just give me 1 second.